So, like I said in the last movie, you want to name your first one and look for how many there are. So carbon has 1. The prefix is mono for that, but on the first element we never say it, so we're just going to say carbon. The second one is oxygen, and there's 2 of them, so 2 is di, so we'd say dioxygen, but always change the second word to "ide." So dioxide. With the next one, again, there's 1 carbon and 3 chlorine. 1 never has a prefix on the first word. So this is, down here, sulfur, sorry, hexafluoride, that was our example. So 1 never has a prefix, so we just say carbon on the first word. And the second one, 3 chlorine, we find 3 up here, it's tri, so trichloride, because chlorine becomes chloride. Our next one, 1 boron, 3 fluorine. So 1 does not get listed on the first element, boron. And then 3 fluorine, 3 is again tri, so trifluoride. Fluorine becomes fluoride. Our next one, nitrogen and oxygen. So 1 nitrogen, 1 oxygen. On the first word, we never say the prefix for 1, which is mono. So we just say nitrogen. But on the second word, you still say the prefix for 1. So because this one has 1 as well, now we use that prefix. Mono and oxygen becomes monoxide. So this is nitrogen monoxide. And our last one, now we have 2 on our nitrogen. Only 1 is omitted if it's on the first word. If it's any of these other ones, you have to keep it. So dinitrogen, and then 5 oxygen, so 5 is pentaoxide, so pentoxide. Whenever there's kind of 2 syllables, you drop the part here. So not pentaoxide, pentoxide. All right, here, tetraphosphorus. Tetra is 4. And phosphorus symbol is a P, so we would write there are 4 phosphorus, P4. Nana sulfide, Nana is 9. And sulfide must be from sulfur, so S9. Dinitrogen trioxide, so di is 2, N2. Trioxide, tri is 3, so 3 oxygen. Iodine, there's nothing in front of it, so it must be 1 or mono, so we just write an I. Then heptafluoride, hepta is 7, so F7. I really suggest that you do this additional practice, especially the top one here, because there are 50 problems and it's all multiple choice. You can even just show all the questions and see all your yes and no answers. Just keep doing this practice until you get them correct. One of the other things I should mention is just how do you know whether to use the prefixes di, tri, tetra or not? If it is covalent. So always check first your compound. Does it have a metal and a nonmetal like NaCl? Or does it have 2 nonmetals like carbon and oxygen? If it's 2 nonmetals, then you're using these prefixes because it's covalent. If it's a metal and a nonmetal, it's ionic, and do not use the prefixes. Use the method that I've taught you prior for ionic.